to episode number 6 of the Miracle Insider Show. I'm your host, Alex Margulies. It has been a couple exciting weeks here at Hammond Stadium as we had both the rehab assignment of Tsuyoshi Nishioka and Joe Mauer. On top of that, I had a chance to talk to the legendary Hall of Famer, Paul Molitor. Now, Paul, you're here right now. Tsuyoshi Nishioka is here rehabbing with the Miracle. What are you working on with him?
Well, you said that very well, by the way. You got the name down. It's been a different year for the Twins with all the injuries, and they've asked me to come down here a couple times. First of all, to monitor his progress a couple of weeks ago, and the first time I was really spent a lot of time trying to help him around the base at second, particularly from the second base side as far as turning double plays to make sure he understands the best way to protect himself given the situation surrounding certain plays. But things have changed, and it looks like now he might be asked to play shortstop more than second. So the organization wants to have an extra pair of eyes on him while he gets ready to play. And he's doing well. I've tried to work him through the drills. I've tried to make sure he understands our team fundamental defenses, bunt defenses, first and third relays, so that when he gets back to the big leagues and he's asked to play shortstop, he'll be in the right place and Guardy will be happy. So there's a certain way that the Twins like to do things, and we want to make sure he has them all down.
How do you think he's progressing?
He's come a long way, even in the last 10 days. I think, you have the physical hurdle of actually healing and being comfortable enough for you to go out there and do what you need to do. The last thing to come physically has been making sharp turns and sudden stops and things of that nature. Base running in particular has been probably the last thing to come physically. And then you have the mental hurdles, just of having confidence that you can do things that you did before the break. He's never really had major injuries to deal with, so I'm sure there's a little bit of tentativeness and just until he gets over that, first scoring from second on a hit, the first, hard slide into a base, someone defensively. So as he gets his confidence back, I'm sure the performance will continue to escalate.
Now, just talk about your regular duties, as a roving instructor for the Twins. What is the scope of your responsibilities?
Well, the Twins have treated me great since I've retired as a player. I've been doing this now for quite a number of years, and basically I do the entire spring training. I concentrate on the minor league side with base running and defensive infield play. And during the season, I monitor our affiliates. I get out to see the higher levels more than the lower levels, but just to continue to try to teach and evaluate the development of our players in our system. And it's a great fit for me because I get to kind of still have some time. Family time is very important at this stage of my life, and yet I still have the chance to teach the game that I love, to be around. So I'm grateful for them, and I'm trying to continue to try to help some of these younger players fulfill their dreams and become major league players.
Is there anything in particular that you're looking for at this stage of their development here in Fort Myers, High Class A? Is there anything in particular that you're looking at?
Well, naturally when I watch the infield, during the games, I'm checking for everything from positioning and preparation, pitch to pitch, making sure they're not tipping pitches to the hitters and going to the right places on every situation that unfolds. The one thing you learn as a coach is when the ball's put in play, don't watch the ball. Watch your players, whether it's on the bases or defensively. And offensively, different guys have different levels of speed, but everybody can be a good base runner. And we just try to make them all situationally aware that, given risk-reward, time of the game, score, inning, all the different circumstances that surround a certain play, that they're able to make a good decision by being ready. And that's what I'm kind of watching for development in those areas.
You talked about being fortunate, working with the Twins now and, from being from Minnesota, University of Minnesota product, getting to finish your career with Minnesota. How exciting was that?
Well, I didn't think it was going to happen. After 15 years in Milwaukee and 3 years in Toronto, I didn't know how many years I had left at 39 years old, but better late than never, and I had the opportunity to play 3 years there, and to finish your career playing for the team that you followed as a kid was a real treat for me. It was kind of full circle, if you will. And now to have perpetuated my relationship with the Twins and continue in this role has been tremendous for me, still living up in the Twin Cities and having a chance to maintain a relationship with them. It's been very positive for me.
Now, not only did you have a very productive career, but a very lengthy career. Is there something that you tell the guys here to help prepare them to try to, have a long career like you did?
Well, at this level, guys are still thinking about getting that first day in the big leagues. I don't think myself or many players think about, I'm going to be a big leaguer for 21 years. It's just something that unfolds. But, you learn at a young age to take care of yourself and what goes into preparing for each and every season and trying to make sure you're a better player whatever year is upcoming compared to the year before. And if you have a chance to play a long time, take advantage, because even at 21 years, to me, it was like a snap of the fingers. It goes quickly, and I can't imagine for these guys that don't even get a chance to, maybe get a chance to get to the major league someday. So I just remind them every time you have that uniform on, it's a gift. Respect your at-bats, respect your innings when you're out in the field, and hopefully over time they'll accumulate. You'll have a chance someday to look back and not have any regrets about how you went about your business.
One of the all-time greats, Hall of Famer Paul Molitor, thank you so much for joining us.
Good to see you again, man. Thanks for having me out.
John Nicolette, I'm 42 years old. I'm a combination of the beer with all the food to the guy that just gets so into the game that I go crazy. That's what I do at every game.
I mean, I just like going to the game, taking my seat, and just decompressing, just enjoying really good quality baseball.
Miracle fans had a chance to hang out with some of the players away from the field in the second annual Roll with the Miracle Bowling Tournament. Let's check it out.
Season ticket holders on the weekend package, but this is our second year for season ticket holders, but the first time we've been with the bowling. So we really enjoy it.
How are you guys performing today?
We're having fun.
We're
having fun. That's all that counts, right? Is we're having fun.
Yeah, feeling pretty good. It's good to kind of come out and mix with the fans, and bowling is one of my favorite things to do outside the baseball field, so it's a good time. No one was really talking too much trash. Everyone just wanted to come out and have a good time, but Reggie and Aaron are always pretty confident, so it's good to kind of beat them.
First game, not really good. I got a 91. I beat Aaron Hicks. He got a 90. So we had a little competition going. So first game, I won that. The only guy that I think said something was Steve Little. And I don't know how good he's doing right now. I think the first game I was looking over there, he was doing all right.
We have two little girls, two kindergartners, named Cameron and Sophia, and currently they are carrying our team. So Reggie, I'll let him do most of the talking, but I'll do the walking.
Who do you think was talking the most trash coming in?
Definitely, probably myself. Yeah, probably myself.
Danny and Derek McComb with a two-game average of 61.
Our final segment today is a player profile on Andrew Albers. You'll learn quite a bit about Andrew, including his incredible story on his second chance within a major league organization.
My name is Andrew Albers. I'm a left-handed reliever from North Battleford, Saskatchewan, Canada, playing for the Fort Myers Miracle this year. Now, it's a little bit of an interesting story. At the beginning of the year, I wasn't really sure where I was going to be. I ended up being released by the San Diego Padres last spring training and played independent ball last year in Quebec, Canada. And ended up having a pretty good season. And when I came down, I had some open trials down in Arizona. The Twins at first weren't really an option. I really wasn't sure what was going to happen. And I was still in touch with the Twins. It was Tim O'Neill and Earl Wynn who had seen me throw in Lexington. And I was still talking to Tim and seeing if there was still some interest. And there was. There was a little bit of an issue. There hadn't quite been enough guys in the organization to see me throw. So I kind of made a deal with Tim. I told Tim, look, I'll drive over to Florida from Arizona and throw for these guys, and if you guys want to give me an invitation to spring training from there, then you can reimburse me for my trip. Made my way from Phoenix, Arizona over here to Fort Myers and through, and luckily, they liked my bullpen enough to give me an invitation to spring training, and I was very fortunate in that regards, and they just gave me a chance. Oh, I mean, it's pretty nice. It's starting to get a little bit warm for me right now, but you know, I can't complain. It's certainly better than the cold. You know, it's all relative. You get used to where you're at. It's certainly a lot nicer here in the wintertime. We'll see how the summer pans out. But no, it's certainly beautiful. You got the beach here. It's a great city. You know, couldn't ask to be in a better spot right now. Actually, no, it wasn't too bad. I grew up in a small town in Canada, and actually Kentucky is pretty rural based. You know, it wasn't too bad at all. Lexington was a great college town. I really had a good experience. I was very fortunate enough to be around some good players, and not only good players, but good people, and had a great coaching staff there. They helped me out a lot, and to be honest, it was just a good time. You know, that's a great question. I like to think of myself as a competitor. You know, I don't necessarily have the best stuff. I'm not going to go out there and wow people, but when I do go out there, I'm going to make sure that I go out and I compete every day, and I'm going to give you what I got on any given day, and if you're going to beat me, I'm going to try to make you beat me. I'm not going to beat myself, and you're going to have to earn it, and that's kind of my goal, is just to really go out there and compete every day, give it what I got, and you know, live with the results. You know, it's a pretty good vibe. We keep it pretty relaxed down here. You know, we got some characters down there, and it keeps the environment very nice and relaxed, and at the same time, you know, you got to stay focused in the game, and you got to be ready to go when it's your chance. But you know, things aren't too serious down there, and it's a nice relaxed vibe, and it's been great. You know, we'll joke around a little bit, and there's some interesting conversations down there. There always are, but you know, it's a good time. All right, and that's the thing. You just got to be ready to pitch. You know, whatever that entails, whether it's stretching, you know, maybe you're a little bit tight that day. You got to make sure you get your work done early. And really, for me, I really like to try to watch the first few innings of a game, try to get an idea of maybe some swings from the hitters, any kind of information I can get on them, and then from there, just get ready. You know, if my name gets called, get up, get throwing, and get ready to go.
That's a wrap on our show today. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to check out previous episodes on miraclebaseball.com or our YouTube channel. While you're there, you can check out exclusive content that doesn't quite make the cut. Thanks for tuning in to the Miracle Insider Show. I'm your host, Alex Margulies, and we'll see you next time.